What's up, peoples, and welcome to Classic Rom Hack Theater, where we play classic Rom hacks of back in the days. And today's episode, we are playing Ninji Saga, the birth of a something. I'm sorry, but I missed that post-commentary because I recorded this whole thing. And, good means, by the way, which I will get into. This is your host, aterraformer, if that was, could have been sooner, but it wasn't. Ah, what a sunny day in Subcom, but hang on, where is everyone? Hello? Shy Guy? Pidget? Anyone? Where are they? They're back in Super Mario Brothers Doki Doki Panic Land of that world, but this is not the same world. This is a Super Mario World hybrid thing. Well, I'll be. There are some tracks leading to World 4 Warp. Something screwy is going on in the Ice World, and I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it too, that slipperiness, like in our other project, Luigi's Adventure, is very annoying at times. So yes, this hack, you play as a little ninja guy-ing it up. There's no power-ups in this game, which can get a bit tedious at times. I think I game overed about 4 times. And I show off some of the replayability, but don't worry, it's fast forwarded. We're now in the Bumpity Country. The Bumpities were introduced in Yoshi's Island, and these are not actually of the custom variety, they are of the Goomba reskin variety, but that's okay, because this is an older hack, and like I said, it's a classic of sorts. I remember it was probably one of the first ones that I saw around back in the day, before even, knowing about lunar magic and all that stuffs. The water in this area is really, really cold, a lot. Falling in is not advised, and it is insta-kill, but that doesn't really matter because, everything's insta-kill in this game until one of the last levels where you actually get a power-up of sorts, but we'll be seeing that eventually. The recording, in fact, is probably about the second time that particular day, but I have tried doing this recording, but usually I die around this area, and then I start over or something. It's not like there was enough deaths, later on in later levels, so, I just do that. Trespassers will be violated. Uh-oh, you have been warned. Uh-oh, Ninji, they're gonna try and touch your junk. That is not good. Ninji junk is, I don't know, but I got some blocks there from Super Mario Brothers 2, it appears to, and the rest looks all futuristic zone. And the interesting thing about this hack is that you kind of see a little preview of the next level when you're ending the level and stuff, so it's pretty neat. Yes, main story about this, which hasn't even got into, so I don't know why but here should be a mention of Mr. Zookeeper. You don't know me, subject, but I take interest in your skill. Press up while standing on the teleporter to begin test number 1, the Zookeeper. And surprise, surprise who the Zookeeper is, but, I would have personally ended it with a boo battle, and it was certainly leading up, sounding like it, but, we are back in a 1-1 land recreation, but at the time of this making, it was not the reoccurring dream that appears in many other hacks, and but it's not really a recreation. It's it's got mixed with Super Mario Brothers 3, and it's actually quite interesting. And yes, I'm taking it all slowly because I'm I want to check every little box. Maybe there's a power-up I'm missing. Maybe there is bigness afoot, but no, there is not at all whatsoever. So, I checked this box in vain, and there was a coin. Not very helpful, somewhat. I do need the lives, but I don't think there's a way to go up there, because you cannot get cape, and I haven't seen any springboards involved. Maybe you can, go behind Beyond, with the Super Mario Brothers 3 whistle trick. To get said whistle, you have to press down and hold down, and, eventually you get to your destination, which is behind the world. So, yeah, eventually a plan of mine, once I get a capture card of sorts, I will be doing, Pretty much the old school games like that with the Mega Mans and the Marios, and doing them all in one video and all that jazz, just because, you know, Mount Mystic. And of course with the Mega Mans, I'm going to try and do as much as possible Buster only, because that's just how I like to do as of recent. I pressed you too fast. Subject adapted to scenario easily. Prepare test 2. And make sure it's a bit trickier. Uh-oh. And by trickier, they certainly mean that, because I think this is the first troublesome level that looks like a Final Fantasy V door, but I am not sure. Nope, this is not, but I still die here. This level is reminiscent of Alex Kidd in Miracle World, which is for the Sega Master System. I have a Sega Master System, which is pretty badass, because they are increasingly rare, and you know, when you do find one, they are stupid expensive, and I'm trying to do the glitch here for absolutely no reason. So yeah, it used to be my my brother's, when he used to, you know, live here and such, and he left it here, I guess, for future self to discover. And it's interesting, because it has a little cue card function. I call it cue card because of the turbo graphics, which I would love one, but, you know, of course they're expensive and rare also, so, you know, probably even rarer than the Master System. But that was not Sega's first console, as many suspect. I think in Japan only they had the SG-1000, which was like the Atari 2600, only the graphics look a bit better, so I'm going to say, you know, it was better and stuff, but, you know, I have an Atari 2600 also, was my parents', but you know, it just slightly a bit before my time. Yeah, the original Nintendo is about as far as I can go back and still enjoy stuff, though I have still not been able to get my Atari 2600 to work anyway, so, you know, that being said, maybe I would enjoy it. I don't know, but here's a little piece of trickeroony type thing going on. And, you know, you gotta go in the door, but I didn't know that at first, because I haven't played this in a while. I mean, I didn't even mention on the title screen that, yes, I have actually gone through this before, but this is the first time doing completely toolless, because there is stuff and things afoot that I will be pointing out that happens. But, you know, just checking all around, checking all about with the Mr. Springboard, and, you know, getting coins for no real reason, and, you know, let's just continue on. It's not like we'll be seeing this level again or anything. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. But Mr. Ninji is getting excited, going on to the next stage. We're in Subconian Spy. Hooray, the first of real trickery levels, which is really only one jump, but subject was mildly disoriented, but fared extremely well. Throw him hour of his experiment for test 3. There was some glitchy letters going on there. Not sure, but I don't know what's up with the door, but you gotta go sideways sometimes. Don't know. We are in Commander Keen land, or at least Commander Keen of the episode 1 through 3 variety. I mean, it might be specific to a certain one, but I'm not sure, because I haven't played enough of them recently to actually be able to tell you these factoids. Yes, the most recent I've actually seen of it was watching Raukow's old playthrough of it, and I think that was like, I think 3, and one of the shenanigan-y level designed levels. There's a little blind jump there, it's pretty fun. Yep, in one of the shenanigo type levels, it was when I first heard him say Tabaknak, and that was pretty fascinating. It's like, usually video games do not make me react like this, but, you know, after seeing more of his videos, it happens sometimes, you know. Anger's afoot, playing them angry games, you know, but you wanna, sometimes you just want a challenge, and here's a little bit of a jump, and I thought the spin jump was solution for quite some time, but it's not. As you'll see, I'll just plummet my lives. I had 6 starting out here, and, you know, I'll die there, and then I'll do a little fast forwarding, and, you know, in button and in game. And, you know, we'll see how fast I can do this stage, like a little speed running type zone. Why did I keep this in? I don't know, but, you know, at least you don't have to see it twice like I did, because, you know, I'm going to drain these 6 lives, or 5. 5 it is, because I did not get an extra life. You know, lots of enemy spam here. There's lots and lots of Koopas for not a real whole reason, but, you know, they're there. It's older hacks, so there wasn't really the limitations and statutes in place, and I could have just, like, easily spun jumped the up high Koopa, and see, drained last life. There we go. So now, this is possibly the winning run, because there's fast forwarding going on and stuff. And it's the castle theme. All original music, but, you know, this was before ad music was a thing, or at least anything successful or worthwhile for not breaking your hack. So this hack would probably be able to play on our original Super Nintendo if you had the time and patience and the money involved in such scenarios, but I don't. Not yet, at least. lots of Koopas. Hungry Koopas, but I have a clear shot to that goal. See, they're short levels, but they have stuff in them that will sometimes trip you up, and you know what, that's just fine. That is fine by me. Fine by me, I was able to do it, and there's, yes, stuff. Yep. There is no title for this stage, probably because it is a very short stage. Subject, continued survival annoys me immensely. May test for something. I did not give myself enough time to do that. So that's pretty neat. And this guy, the Kins, so it might be multiple people. Hyperport is for Galaxy Zoo staff and deliveries only. Trespassers will be vaporized. Zookeeper. So yeah, that's the whole level. I don't know about where P-Switch would be at, if there is one. I don't think there is, but the Kins. I don't know if they are people or person or whatever, but this is their first hack, Galaxy Zoo East. And for a while their only hack, but then they recently did a hack called Dongs, and that's going to be coming up next, because I recorded them both, but not for the same video. So, you know, there's lots of butters going on. No, they're not butters, they are cheeps, I believe. That was very close. Yep, this is another level where I may or may not be seeing the game over, because Mr. Duder, he really likes that magic guy. He really does, because he's in this stage and the next stage, so pretty neat-o, sort of. But the Koopas look pretty neat. They have, like, masks on. You know, that's pretty cool. Graphics are, like, from Mega Man and stuff, but we'll be seeing the credits anyway, because, you know, I kept them in and stuff, because they were interesting and new and somewhat, well, except for the end part, but, you know. What are you gonna do? There's a computer there. We cannot interact with it, but that's okay, because Mr. Ninja, he does not have the intelligence to work the computers, because he's a cat or something. I don't know. That is unfortunate sometimes. My dog, she does not like my laptop. No, reason being, I'm guessing because she cannot actually use it and does not understand said technologies. But, you know, that's okay, she has no use for it, and, you know what, it's not very good to be, you know, using a computer for long, extended periods of time just because, you know, the TV bores you, or you're not, like, in vicinity of video games, you know, of the TV kind, so, you know, I mean, I guess I could just read a book or something, but, you know, I did get a job. I did get a job that is stuff. I collect things in a warehouse. It's pretty not interesting, pretty mindless, but it gets the job done, and by job, I mean it puts money on the bank, and in the food, and on the plate, and the platter, and bizarre flying fish around the mushroom world. It's a natural predator, the fat plumber, has made it endangered. So that's pretty good, because when I read that, I was afraid of the jumping fishies, and I was like, that's gonna be scary. You and a little thwimp, he said hello by ramming his body into my my soft Ninji flesh, or fur, or whatever the Ninjas are made out of. So, you know, Ninji was not very happy. We got a winning run going on. It's pretty neat. I'm not sure if I game overed once or twice on this level, so that's pretty neat and factual and good to know. There's an extra life there, so, you know, clearly there was some intentions of playing this without tools, so that's pretty neat-o and friendly, and, you know, there's saves every 2 levels, so I didn't even consider that into my, you know, like, random conversation. I like the windows going on. They got windows and they got a separate background, and, you know, stuff. I like what's going on there. Something I will possibly be wanting to use for my final level if I ever I cannot speak today, but, you know, if I ever find a working, you know, XGFX and actually work on said level, but I kind of need levels, well, this is the west half, but I kind of need levels, like, leading up to it, so that would help. Creature is cruel and will eat you at the slightest provocation. So, you know, it's only for the Zookeeper and trained professionals, but, you know, this is like enemy spam ahoy, and we still have Mr. Chips Ahoy Butter's Magic Koopa Zone going on also. So this level was where I said hello to Rewinds and whenever the hell I was playing it last, so must have been this year of some time, because, you know, I got the laptop that enabled the rewinds this year, which I promptly took off, so, you know, it's good and it's bad. It's you know, take it or leave it, whatever. Save states are friendly when I don't feel like playing up to save points every time, so, you know, Mr. Decapitated Shock going on there, so, you know, he wanted to say hello with his non-existent head. So this place is dangerous because there's invisible enemies. I don't know what's wrong with this particular section of the game, but those Koopas don't always like to respond in visible planes, so the death has been caused of mine many a times. And I want to check up here. Can I go up here? Nope. Scroll wasn't screening, and nothing was happening. So you might think here that this is like the winning run because, you know, I am literally inches from the exit, but, you know, the timing is not on my side. Oh no, it's not. And there was a game over taking place. There's a game over screen. It's totally custom from the original, but it's not. I just wanted to show myself, like, visiting all of the possible scenarios of these chuckles that are splitting kind, and then there's a visible Koopa, but there was a visible one over there, so I don't really know what happened there, but it did. And here's, like, I'm going to jump off Yoshi-a-lot land, and sometimes it's purposeful and intentional, and sometimes it's not. But I put myself into a dangerous predicament with that yellow shell. But, you know, sometimes that fire, sometimes it kills the chuckles, but generally it does not, and it will leave them vulnerable to one-hit kill, and I don't know why I risked it. I should have kept the Yoshers until the end, but I didn't. I did not. I felt ballsy. Yes. Mr. Ninji, I don't know if you're male or female, but Mr. Ninji was feeling ballsy. And we're at the finale, the Zookeeper Zone. Oh boy, so what kind of dangerous things? My patience is wearing very thin. Give up now, and I might display you your stuffed hide in my extinct exhibit. Oh, that's very nice of him to offer that chance to, you know, completely destroy him. Oh, you still want to fight me? Very well then. You could have made such a good exhibit too. So I guess there he's like accepting defeat because it's like, yeah, I died to the Bowser fight. So I didn't feel like showing that run. And, you know, I showed this part for whatever reason and did not fast forward until now, but there's a reason for that, because I wanted to show who was involved. That guy, he is from Commander Keen. He is an enemy that exists in Commander Keen, and no I will not be showing the full drawn-out fight. I may show it if I ever do Super Mario World in a one video type substance. All the exits, of course, but, you know, I may show the whole fight, but, yeah, for now, fast-forwarding it is until that point. So, yeah, pretty neat-o. Just going to destroy his face, and it takes, of course, longer than it should, because I, like, miss. And glitched out Peach, she refuses to give you power-ups, even in scripted events where she's supposed to give you them, so, you know. He turns all fat when he dies, I guess. And there's a Princess Ninji! Hello there, Princess Ninji. You are simply just a recoloring of myself. Aren't you glad you live in a real world where females are not just a recoloring, texturing of yourself? Or maybe you're a female, but that's probably non-existent. A female that watches my videos and like the less than double digits views I get, I mean, I'm assuming they're all male. Yeah. That is emo aterraformer going on, and fast forwarding stuff. And, you know, I start fast forwarding here, and then I was like, oh god, it's custom. And so, the Zookeeper was something, and not only did Ninji rescue his friends and save the day, he also got some sugar to boot. Sleep lightly, Ninji, and stuff. But we'll save that tale for another rainy day. Okay, so here's the staff and all the credits, which is very appreciative, because, you know, if you take someone else's work, you might want to give them credits. So, here's a bunch of other people, of all the peoples that contributed, knowingly and unknowingly. Ninji Saga was filmed before a live studio audience. All cast and crew flew Pidget Airlines and stayed at the World 13 Hilton. Nobody important was harmed in the making of this hack. PK Fire! You're so vain. I bet you think this credit reel is about you. Don't you? Quick, say something clever for the credits. Heart of a Ninja! How are the kids supposed to read good and do other stuff good if they can't fit in the building? Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what that was supposed to be, but it happened and existed on the screen. So here I wasn't sure exactly if there was anything custom, so like, well, there's this. You edited one something. Crap. I forget which one this is, but it's a level that you're told not to edit if you're gonna use the ending, but it's like, really? It's like, really? I don't know what Mr. Red Yoshi's doing, or Mr. Yellow Yoshi, but they look shocked. And now their babies are existing, and stuff, but... No, that was the end of Ninji Saga, a classic ROM hack that I at least consider because it's been around for a while and it's of pretty good quality for the time it was made. I mean, submit it nowadays? I don't know. It probably wouldn't be accepted for some of the spam involved, but, you know, it happens. It happens with old hacks. There's some recolorings and then some utterly non-existent stuff. But the end is nigh.